Hello, good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on the Joy News Prime with me, Owuraku Ampofo. Now, April 15th would be a special day for budding Ghanaian boxer Samoa Tetteh because he gets his first professional shot as he battles Kamaldeen Boifio. Tetteh, who won Ghana's only medal at the 2022 Olympic Games in Tokyo, is upbeat about his chances in the professional ranks.
I've done a lot in my amateur, and I cannot say it myself. All Ghanaians know it themselves, and the amateur level. And as you watch me at the I fought with the professional boxers, so I'm shaky. I fought with the professional boxers at the Olympic Games, so I don't care whether you are a senior and professional. As I started talking, I told you I'm an amateur boxer and also a professional boxer because I fought a professional boxer at the Olympics. I fought Duke Reagan, he's a professional boxer. He have fought for, so I'm ready for the professional, and I'm very ready because since I come back from the Olympics, I've trained since to date. So I'm ready for professional, and I'm ready for my opponents, everyone, and not only in Ghana and not only in Africa and in the world. So I'm ready, yeah.
So Samoa Tetteh would officially turn professional in 2 days' time. Let's go on the phone lines and speak to boxing writer Eko Asma. Eko, it's a pleasure to have you. Many people have said Tetteh is turning professional a bit too quickly. What's your take on that opinion?
Oh, thank you very much. I think he's ready. He's been ready since he got the bronze, and since he joined forces with Owuraku. We've been training him all this while, and I know he's been training at least the past 5 weeks every day. So he's ready, and he's in pretty good company because I've had opportunity to grill him to get him ready for the press, and from our interactions, I know he cited Clement Owuraku, which is Owuraku's big brother, who's the first to win Ghana's biggest medal at the Olympic Games today. You know, won silver for Ghana at the 1960 Olympics. So, and his current manager is also named Clement Owuraku, the founder of the Matuka Promotions and Management, Syndicate Management. That is his first time. So Clement is named after. So he cites him a lot. He cites him a lot, and he's trained by Owuraku. He's not giving him any let off between training and in between trainings and all that. He's with the director of the management syndicate, which is Owuraku. And then the chemistry between the two of them is great, and I keeping a hawk's eye on him. So based on my interactions with him, like I said, I've had opportunity to be around him, to grill him for the media press conference about a month ago, and giving his perspective and his readiness. I think he's ready. He's ready. It's not too soon. I know some have misgivings about him turning pro too soon, but as he expressed adequately and eloquently, he's fought professionals at the Olympics where he won bronze, so he's ready.
Okay, Eko, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on, and let me ask you this. Don't you think it would have done his career a lot of good if he competed at this year's Commonwealth Games and then decided to turn professional afterwards?
Well, what's Commonwealth compared to the Olympic Games? You see, it pales in significance. It's been to the top of the mountain. Commonwealth is at least 3 tiers down the Olympic Games. So it's not as if he went through ranks after Commonwealth Games and he had the opportunity to go to the the Olympic Games and missed it. He's been to the summit. Commonwealth is about 2-3 tiers lower than the Olympic Games, and he won bronze there. That's the testament. Actually, you don't even need to win a medal at the Olympic Games to turn pro. First, he went to the Olympic Games in South Korea, 1988, didn't win a medal, went on to win a world title. Not just him. I mean, basically all of our 10 world champions neither of whom had won anything at the Olympic Games. Yet they managed to win. It's all about management. It's not just what you do at the Olympics or even at the Commonwealth. It's about management. If you have sound management, actually the management must have the clout to match that experience of the fighter. That's what ends up in World Title Championship.
Okay, and let's look ahead. And what do you make of his chances in the professional ranks?
Well, he's got a very ideal opponent. Samoa Tetteh, he's lost his last 4 fights, either TKO'd or killed or retired. But if you check his resume, in the fights he's won, he's also won by TKO or KO. So he's a dangerous opponent. And I heard Tetteh saying that he wasn't going to knock him out in the first round anymore and that he will take him to 6 rounds. That's not necessary. If you can take him out in round 1, you take him out. When you go through those 4 rows, it's a life and death situation, and you don't joke in the ring. If you have an opportunity to take out your opponent, take him out. But you have to exercise extreme caution, but not try to play with him and say you take your time and take him out after about 6 rounds. No, that won't be a good decision going into the fight. I think if you can take him out, you take him out, and you express your statement even more profoundly that way to the whole world, because he's being tracked by the whole world, because not only did he win a bronze medal for himself, he won bronze medal for the whole of Africa, took center stage with the IOC president. So eyes are watching. So he better make a great statement and not joke with his first opponent at all, not joke with him at all. If you can take him out as soon as he can, he should take it, because you never know. Look, in boxing, a lucky punch can drop you. So no joking around, just focus on the world title, guide him, and not the opponent himself. Not think that he's such a cheap opponent, so he's going to play around with him. No, if he's ready, but the plan for the fight, he shouldn't depart from the fight plan. Be disciplined and stick to the fight plan, and then entertain the fans. I'm hoping that the fans will turn out in their numbers so he can draw some inspiration. It's his first fight. I hope, too, that his dad, Prophet Owuraku Tetteh, and his mom, Smith, will be present, at ringside so he can tap into another font of energy. But I think he's ready, and I'm sure he will deliver.
And just to wrap up with you, Eko, even beyond this fight with Boyfriel, what do you think Tetteh at such a young age has to do to be able to put his name on the world boxing map?
What do I think he should do?
Yeah, what do you think he has to do to put his name on the boxing map, like around the world?
Well, first of all, his performance in the ring Friday. That should be the loudest statement. And then after that, how he relates to the press. He carries himself very well, dealing with the press sufficiently. I know he's not a finished product in terms of being trained for the media, but how he relates to the media too, it's another way of telling himself. More importantly, in the ring, deliver in the ring, show off your ring craft in the ring. Cutting off the opponent if it's necessary, using the ropes when necessary, clinching when necessary, not taking any chances at all. Not being overconfident. So the loudest statement he can make for himself to raise his profile even higher is the kind of performance he will put on. So he should put on a show and then keep the eyes of the world on him.
All right, thank you very much, Eko Asma, who's a boxing writer. And we still stay with Samoa Tetteh because president of the Ghana Boxing Authority has backed him to knock out Kamaldeen Boyfriel on April 15.
Tetteh is one of the promising guys. I just told the opponent, if he can stand Tetteh to the 7th to 8th rounds, that is 6 rounds. If he's able to even finish it, I'll give him 500 cedis, because I know Tetteh is going to. I know Tetteh is going to knock him out. I'm just telling the coach, and they also tell him they will knock Tetteh. But I have the chance to watch Tetteh training and other things. So those of you who think Yes, he's from the amateur, but he's a disciplined boy. And having Ike Bazooka as his coach, head coach, the last time I saw them training, and I say, yes, this guy is going through a lot of training. So, coach, I don't know if your boy is that thin, but I'm betting on Tetteh. So, you don't worry. I'm able to win.
On the 4th of December last year.
Well, this is Tetteh. This is Tetteh. I think the media, you can see, we are talking about Tetteh.
Okay.
So, for me, I'm sure we are going to beat you as prepare to come. So the media, we beg you, let's call the people. Everybody should come, and then we see a good show. The first debut incoming to the professional boxing. Our own brother Tetteh is coming to showcase the skills that he brought from the games. And we pray that everybody will come and support us. Let's come early and let's fill the place.
Well, from boxing, let's head straight to tennis, where International Tennis Federation Tournament Director Roger Crawford has exclusively told Joy Sports friend teenage tennis player Michael Kwame, who slapped a player during the tournament in Accra, would not be competing in ITF-sanctioned competitions anytime soon. A footage of the moment shared on social media showed Kwame reaching out for a handshake before slapping Ankara. Crawford, who is the president of the Ghana Tennis Federation, believes ITF will crack the whip.
So we just found out that the Michael Kwame is not allowed to play in any ITF tournaments. That's the initial disciplinary action. We don't know how long, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. He's not going to be playing anytime soon. But I think there's going to be a final decision on his fate, and we're yet to find it out. Okay, from your side as the Ghana Tennis, what official reaction are you going to have to that? Should I say, you know, these are youngsters. Somebody would say that Michael Kwame was a young guy, or is a young guy. Should this incident be the reason why his career will be blighted? Are you allowed to, for example, plead on his behalf or something like that? I mean, so let me correct this. So, fine, I'm on two committees of the Ghana Tennis Federation, but I am the tournament organizer for Tennis Foundation Ghana, and also the tournament director. I think in that capacity, I can, you know, write an email and say, hey, can we do something? But again, we have to allow the law to take its course first and then see the steps being taken. Because I mean, much as we don't want to ruin, it's not us ruining his career, he must have done that himself, but we don't want to sit back and watch, you know, a kid, you know, derail or do that himself as well. Yeah.
We have to go for a quick break. When we come back, we look at some stories concerning sports infrastructure around the country. Welcome back from the break. Let's talk about sports infrastructure development, because a sword has been cut for the construction of an ultra-modern AstroTurf in New Ebrim in the eastern region of Ghana. We have more for you in the following Joy Sports report.
The facility, which is being constructed by AstroTurf pioneers Wembley Sports Construction Company Limited, will boast of a standard football pitch, fencing and floodlights when completed in 6 months' time. Speaking after the sword cutting ceremony, Member of Parliament of the New Ebrim constituency, John Osei Frimpong, is convinced the facility will produce many athletes for Team Ghana during next year's Africa Games.
In sporting activities, you know, jobs are not readily available in the system. So those that have talent, they should work on them so that we can take them out of this place when the hunt for talent begins for the 2023 African Games. And I promise them whatever support they need in training to become suitable for the kind of disciplines they want to undertake. I will avail myself at all times to give them the needed support.
Wembley Sports Company Limited is committed to complementing government's agenda of constructing an AstroTurf in every constituency in the country. Here is Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
I mean, when we came into office, the country had only 2 AstroTurfs, isn't it? Today, you have almost over 80 AstroTurfs in Ghana. And every district now, if you get to every district, the first thing the youth ask you for is an AstroTurf. So, Mustafa, the Honorable Minister, it's now going to be 1 district, 1 AstroTurf that you are going to have to implement. We're building AstroTurfs. Of course, they have major grounds for trade.
Let's do some athletics now, where Kenyan long distance runner Joyce Chekepuri has been banned for 4 years for an athlete's biological passport violation. We have more for you in the following report.
The 33-year-old won the 10,000 meters at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2014 and also took the African title over the same distance in Marrakech this year. Chepkuri has been provisionally suspended since June 2019 after an expert panel stated abnormalities in blood samples collected by World Athletics between 2016 and 2017. The panel concluded the likelihood of the abnormalities in results being due to blood manipulation, the artificial increase of red blood cells using a stimulant was high. Chepkuri explained the results by saying she suffered from hormone imbalance and vaginal bleeding, which was caused by a contraceptive injected every 3 months, had an iron-rich diet, and took 3 drugs to treat these conditions. However, the Court of Arbitration for Sports decided to ban Chepkuri after upholding an appeal filed by the Athletics Integrity Unit and her 4-year period of ineligibility to the start of a provisional suspension. Chepkuri's results between April 6, 2016 and August 4, 2017, which include a 3rd place finish in the Boston Marathon in April 2016, will be disqualified and she will be required to forfeit any medals, prizes, and appearance fees gained in that time. Meanwhile, CAS have ruled the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya should pay $2,140 to the World Athletics as a contribution towards the legal costs and other expenses. Kenya is still listed as a Category A nation by the World Anti-Doping Agency, meaning the country remains a high risk for doping. As a result, Kenyan athletes still need to undergo 3 out of the competition's tests in a 10-month period before World Championships or Olympic Games.
Just to wrap up, let's just catch up on the UEFA Champions League action as Manchester City are currently being held to a 0-0 draw at the Wanda Metropolitano, a result which will see Pep Guardiola's men advance to the semi-finals of the competition. They've done about 5 minutes of added time. 9 minutes were added on. That's because there was an altercation which saw Philippe, who's a centre-back, sent off after receiving a 2nd yellow card. For Liverpool, they are drawing 3-2 with Benfica, another result which would keep them in the tie and qualify to the semi-finals because they won 3-1 in the first leg. And if you want more of these stories, you can follow us on social media at JoySportsGH on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Or you can also check our website, myjoyonline.com/sport. My name is Owuraku Ampofo, and we'll be back again tomorrow to bring you the latest in the world of sports.